Xuanran. This is my portfolio milestone for applied data science program at the Syracuse University. Start with the introduction. The applied data science program at Syracuse University provide a learning experience for students with different areas of data science by combining coursework with hands-on projects. This presentation is a demonstration of the required skill in data science that I learned during the time at Syracuse University. The below course and projects will be explained as examples. There are 7 learning objects that are required for applied data science program. Knowing practice area of data science, know how to connect and manage datasets, know how to use data visualization techniques to identify patterns in datasets, develop alternative strategies, help companies make better business decisions, know how to communicate with target audience, ethical dimension of data science practice. This is the first project that I'm going to talk about for the accounting analysis course. Instant Cart has quickly become a leader in grocery delivery and pickup service. In the uncertain time we live in today with COVID-19, we can see just how valuable a service like Instant Cart is. The goal of this analysis is to answer 4 main data questions to help Instant Cart uncover trends to improve their products. What type of products get reordered the highest and the lowest percentage? And what category does it belong to? Find out reason why certain products are not as popular as the products that got reordered. Number of products that were ordered together, day and time the customer would most likely to order product using Instant Cart service. How customer order online and what products should be grouped for better sales. Provide recommendation to Instant Cart based on add to cart order and the reorder order. Find out their relationship. So for the first finding, the chart shows top 10 most reordered products. As we can see, milk, water, and so on, including white wine. All of those products are items that are expire faster than other products. So it would make sense that those get reordered the most. If someone was to have ordered those items in a previous order, then it is a good bet that they will order them again. I would recommend that Instant Cart adding an algorithm that puts those items at the top of recommendation item to add to cart. On the reverse side, the above graph shows in orange the items that are reordered the least amount. Those items including spicy seasoning, baking supply, kitchen supply, and so on. Those are all items that are not regularly on a grocery list. Those items either last a long time, such as the spicy or supplies, or do not need to be purchased because they are not always used, such as the first items. Included in Instant Cart algorithm should be a way to not put those items near the top of the recommendation list. The final analysis on the frequency of items reorder looks at the average number of days between reorder for those items. Shown above, items such as the baby accessory, baby formula, ice cream topping, baking supply, frozen juice, and so on. So some of those items, such as the baby item, can be explained very easily since those who have babies would need those items to be purchased. Other items such as the fruits and vegetable seem not to have such an easy explanation. One such reason could be that they are not as reordered often as other items, have a low sample size related to other items that get reordered. The next finding shows products that are more likely to be added into the shopping cart when customers reorder the item. We can see banana is on the top of the list. But the one thing to notice here is most of the products here are in organic category. So based on those findings, we conclude the following for the project. We recommend Instant Cart to send out notification to customers to remind them that they still have product in their shopping cart. organic products are really popular, I would suggest Instant Cart add more organic products to their inventory. We observe that add to cart order products are more likely to be reordered compared with products that are added later. I would suggest Instant Cart to remind their customer in the early period of time and build a recommendation system based on the customer's most recent order. We would also suggest Instant Cart to open more promotion events during the weekend because most of their customers will reorder during the weekend compared from Monday to Friday. This final project contributes to several learning outcomes that are required for applied data science program. In this project, I gained more experience with the application to collect and organize data sets, identify patterns through data visualization, implement deep business decisions based on data sets, and improve the skill with communication with target audience. The next project that I'm going to talk about is the Boston crime data analysis that I did for data analytics course. Budget are a crucial part for law enforcement at the local, state, and federal level. Make sure enough money is allocated to the right location, and the program can make a big difference in keeping community safe. Researching crime data will help create more accurate budgets, analyzing crime pattern to make prevention beforehand and better allocate the police resources. In this project, we are aiming to answer the following questions: areas and types of crime that the Boston Police Department should focus on, factors contribute to the rate of crimes. This is one of the exploratory analysis that we did. This is a geography map for the Boston area. The red dot and the green dot shows the location where crime occurred. We can see most of crime grouped in downtown area of Boston. In the data mining process, we use the k-means cluster analysis. We first determine the optimized number of cluster, which is 4 here. We then using the cluster plot to plot the different area which is related to the different crime. You can see here we have the 4 different area associated within each group. In this data mining task, we compared several models to evaluate their performance. We did support vector machine, decision tree, and naive Bayes. And although decision tree has the highest accuracy, however, accuracy is not the only factor to determine whether this model is the best for the data set here. We also need to look at the accuracy. We also need to look at the precision, recall, and the F1 score for the task. So our conclusion to this project is time and location have a big impact on the number of crime. Among serious crime, firearm violation crime happen more frequently. Crime tends to happen more at night than in the morning. The highest number of crime in Boston is injury related to the person and investigate the person. Most of serious crime appear in the downtown of Boston. Commonwealth Avenue almost won't have any shooting crime. So learning outcome that this project helped me gain more experience with collect and clean the data set. Since the data set initially was really huge, we have to choose the year for the data analysis. And also, we use the data visualization technique to identify interesting patterns. For example, the exploratory analysis that I just showed before. We also developed alternative strategies to analyze the data for the best accuracy. We also demonstrate our communication skill with detailed explanation and better data visualization because our target audience is police officer with no experience of data science. The next project I did is YouTube video trend analysis for information visualization. analyzing the dataset to find the compelling reason as to why the video on YouTube start trending. Deducting the answer to those questions can help us figure out what makes a video on YouTube go viral. We want to answer the following questions. What makes those videos trend? What kind of video generates the most user agreement? How the likes, dislikes, and comments are distributed for each category, and how do they fare against each other? Understanding how much time video takes to start trending using trending time datasets. What is the distribution of likes, reviews, comments, and category? Our first finding shows a percentage of review in terms of different days of the week. We originally thought days with most of the item reviews should be in the weekend, but it's not true here. We can see Thursday and Friday has more of the review with 25% and 18%. Based on this, we recommend the content creator to upload the video on Thursday and Friday to better promote their video. Our next finding shows the total number of reviews in terms of different hours. This plot shows the highest number of reviews occurs from 14 p.m. to 17 p.m. There's also another time period that we need to notice here, which is 4 a.m. This green dot seems to be outlier because we think at this time so early, the number of reviews should not be this high compared with other time. This is our final poster for the YouTube video trend analysis. This project also contributed to several learning outcomes, collecting and organizing datasets, identify interesting patterns based on dataset. One thing to notice here is that in the final project, we also used the Adobe software to edit our plot for better visualization. We also demonstrated our communication and data explanation skill using data visualization. We also help the content creator to make the appropriate business decision for the sponsor. The last project I'm going to talk about is for the text mining course. In the final project of this course, I did Amazon Unlock Phone review. The goal of the text mining project is to classify the review with the highest rating because the customer rating is not 100% accurate. Sometimes people accidentally left bad rating with good reviews and good rating for bad reviews. In this project, I applied several classifications to evaluate the Amazon Unlock Phone review dataset. Customer reviews are the key for a company to learn and improve their products. By analyzing the text data, I can help companies to improve their product sale as well as a better customer service. So one thing to notice here is the dataset is skewed with more than 50% of review being 5-star rating. So in the end, when we compare the model performance, we will be using majority vote baseline, which is 54%, since the data is skewed. So our first finding here is comparison between multinomial naive-based model and the linear SVC model. We can see here both models perform very well in terms of predicting really positive review. For example, 4 and 5, it did very well for both models. However, look at the 1, 2, which is a negative review. Both models did not do very well, so there's still improvement for both models. Using confusion matrix to evaluate both models, we can see here in terms of predicting error. For example, when predicting 1, instead of the true label is 5. Here it has an error of 2012. And also, both models shows positive review both performed very well, but for the negative review, both models did not do that good. So, in conclusion, by comparing accuracy, recall, F1 score, and support, the linear SVC perform better than the multinomial naive Bayes model in the review datasets. And linear SVC, we know it is more flexible to penalty when dealing with a large number of samples, which is the case for this project. In further error analysis, when predicting a 1-star rating or the 5-star rating, the linear SVC model has least number of errors for this extreme case. Both models can be improved. This is the final conclusion and my self-reflecting. This portfolio has demonstrated the required implementation of applied data science learning objects and the related area in the data science field. It is also a reflection of what I have learned so far. The applied data science program has provided me with the opportunity to acquire the following key skills in data science: defining questions and goals. There are several projects that I did, which in the beginning we always need to come up with the questions that we are interested in for future analysis. We also need to prepare the data to whether clean or to merge the data sets. To better understand the dataset, we usually need to do some kind of exploration analysis to see what are some of the interesting patterns that we can find through the datasets. We also need to compare the different models to see which one is the best fit for the dataset. In the end, we need to compare different model performance on the dataset, because sometimes there's no best in data science area, so we kind of we need to compare the different model performance and see which one did the best for the particular data set. In the end, we also need to demonstrate our skill of communication to target audience. This is the end for my portfolio. Thanks so much for listening.